What's up everybody, Steven Z Killer here, bringing you a brand new video. But before that, 75% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed. Damn! That means two things. 75% of you guys are either returning or brand new to the channel. If so, hopefully this is the video that gets you hit that subscribe button today. Do it. What's up everybody, Steven Z Killer here, bringing another reaction. And officially, we gotta get into this. Skibidi Toilet episode 67, part 4, dropped a few hours ago. And I did do a reaction. If you did not see the reaction, it's up on the channel. Go watch it. Also, this was a pretty crazy episode. There was a lot of things that went down. And we're here today to talk and also check out all the Easter eggs and everything through the video that the Elite Cameraman has dropped based off of this newest episode. Now, we had a lot. Secret Agent, or Defuk, depending on which one it is. Then we also had a definite army of clones soon to be of Gman, because more Gman showed up than we thought there was going to be. But yeah, the clones aren't done, and a bunch of other things just happened in this episode. So either way, we're gonna dive into this. We're gonna check out what is found, what is possibly I missed during my initial reaction, all that kind of stuff. If you guys enjoy this type of content, please show your support by liking and subscribing. And definitely show your support as well to, of course, Elite Cameraman by liking and subscribing to his video as well. Link down below. And one last thing. I am pushing for my second channel to gain 1,000 subscribers. I know it can easily be done. There's a lot of you guys out there who are not subscribed to my second channel or may not even know about my second channel. I will pin a comment down below, and also there'll be a link in the description. Please go over to the second channel, check it out, and hit that subscribe button. I recently hired 2 editors for that channel, and more content around the corner. And don't want to miss out on any of that. So, alright, let's get into this and check out everything in this theory video, analysis video, Easter eggs. Thank you, Tim, for subscribing. If you guys subscribe, you may pop up in one of my videos, like Tim. Anyways, let's get into this.
Hello, everyone. Elite Cameraman here. Episode 67, Part 4 finally came out after a whole week of waiting, and it was crazy. People were asking what...
It's always worth the wait. Don't be impatient.
What could happen in Part 4 since everything already happened in Part 3, but I mentioned in my last video that there was no conclusion and a tease for what's to come, and it seems like we really got some huge reveals and were teased on what's awaiting us.
Yep.
There really is so much to talk about, and I don't know where to start. The secret agent actually directly interacted with the POV cameraman for the first time. And I need to remind you that if we combine all parts for episode 67, it turns out to be around 6 minutes. But if we remove the same scenes from each episode, it's probably closer to 5 minutes. Defuk
probably like around 5.5-ish.
will most likely upload the full episode 67 tomorrow. And
no, I don't think so. I don't think so. There's got to be a part 5, I feel like. I'm saying this right now. I feel like there's going to be a part 5 with how it ended, and how it faded to black with a lot of excess black at the end. I feel like that indicates there's going to be a part 5.
And I'll analyze it if there are any changes to it. This also was the longest time we stayed on just one POV cameraman, and maybe we might get to see the same POV in episode 68 as well, which would be a first.
I'm saying this right now. I feel like episode 68 is going to be a while, because I have, for some reason, the gut feeling, and I could be wrong, episode 67 is going to be 7 parts. That is my gut feeling. 7 has been a key number when it comes to multiple part episodes. And for this episode to be the longest in amount of parts, I feel like, and also with how it ended, I don't doubt that we may get a couple more parts before we get episode 68.
This episode's ending really was the start of a new journey for the few agents that have entered the Skibidi bunker, and don't worry, we'll talk about every detail in this episode. But before we do that, let's try to get to 130,000 likes this time. Also, YouTube tells me that 73.4% of you are not subscribed. If you are not subscribed,
Damn.
make sure to
That's around the same amount of people that aren't subscribed to my channel. What the fuck?
subscribe so that we can get this percentage
This seems to be a very common percentage. A lot of you guys watch without subscribing. Hit that subscribe button.
started right at the end of episode 67, part 3, where the upgraded Titan TV man lasered scientist toilet's head, but it looks like that wasn't the main body of the scientist toilet as everyone guessed. And right after this, the next scene was changed a little. This also happened in the last 2 parts, and in the full version of this episode, Dafuk will most likely use the latter one. There was one thing that's weird, though. In the short version of episode 67, part 3, at this exact scene, Titan TV man said something different compared to the original episode, but here it was reverted back to the original once more. And while the Titans are getting up, he says, "That's all," just like he did in the original episode 67, part 3. The main difference in this scene was the Titans getting up, and this really did surprise me because I didn't think injured Titan cameraman had any energy left at this point. But
oh, so that was the difference. Okay.
There was another subtle change that many might not have noticed. In the original part 3, Titan TV man's core doesn't move, but here we can clearly see it changing its shape, and the POV cameraman doesn't zoom into his face. Right after this, upgraded Titan TV man gives a new lens protector.
Okay, so there's a little bit of everything. Small little changes, just a little last-minute finish touches for the continuing part.
To injured Titan cameraman. I think they might have been watching the POV cameraman back at the TV man base, and maybe before leaving, the scientist TV man cooked up a new lens as fast as possible. Because otherwise, why would he carry a lens protector with him, unless he pulled it out from inside the scientist's toilet when he stabbed him in the head? After this scene, we get the first interaction between Titan TV man and Titan
he kind of like takes it out of his pocket.
Speaker man after episode 47, and we all know the events that transpired in that episode. Titan Speaker Man actually waves at Titan TV Man, and it seems like he is more friendly towards him because he may be scared of him after he stabbed him in the face, even though he was infected at the time. Titan TV Man truly is our king at this point, and funny enough, right after Titan Speakerman waves at him, Titan TV Man looks at Titan Speakerman and says, "No stabbing," in reverse while waving his finger.
Oh, that's what he said? No stabbing? Really?
This really did give me a giggle when I first heard it. Here you go, listen to it yourself.
No stabbing. Okay, because technically when he was under their control, yeah, he fucking shoved the blade into his face.
In this scene, we also get a better look at his upgrades because we get a side view. First of all, it seems like the TV screens on his arms can turn 270 degrees, and they may actually be useful while fighting more than one opponent. If you remember episode 47, he was ganged up on and struggled a lot. These two screens on his arms may be moving separately from everything else, and their real use is most likely for defense purposes. We also can see that he has more protection on his monitor now, even though he probably doesn't need it anymore. I'm sure that the scientist TV man made a monitor that won't be broken easily this time. We also get to see his new jetpacks a little, and it looks like they have some purple accent to it, just like everything else on his body now. Right after this, a huge explosion noise can be heard, and the POV cameraman suddenly looks right to see one of the craziest scenes we've ever seen in this series.
Yes, this is the biggest shock.
I have no idea what I'll put in today's thumbnail yet, because there were so many crazy things. In this scene, we saw 3 Gman toilet clones or robots or imposters or maybe even the real one. I have no idea at this point. Maybe the theory that was going around that there were multiple Gman from the beginning was true, but I don't think we'll get an answer to that in the near future. One thing that looked different about these 3 G-Man toilets were the faces. The G-Man toilet we know has been beaten so many times that his whole face is cracking.
These are fresh clones.
And he looks old at this point, but these 3 look completely normal, and the version of G-Man toilet when he was first introduced. They also talk and smile a lot more weirdly compared to the original G-Man toilet we know. So I think none of these G-Man toilets are the original, and they may have been actually produced after the clone we saw in episode 65.
Yeah.
Maybe Scientist Toilet deemed that experiment to be a success.
My understanding is probably this. G-Man was taking a vacation and basically recuperating and basically healing after one of the battles. And the clone that was out fighting and all that other stuff was starting to take damage, so it was harder to tell the difference between the older main G-Man and the clone. And then when it found out these are probably brand new clones that have yet to actually go out and battle whatsoever. So they're inexperienced probably too, and they're probably going to be honestly easy. There's one for each Titan, and they can easily probably take them out.
And started creating a G-Man toilet army, and this is just the beginning. There are so many possibilities, but one thing is for sure. Upgraded Titan TV Man was so ready to fight all of them alone. Because in the next scene, Blood literally whips out his blade without any care and rushes into the battlefield. What a fucking Chad. This Blood is the definition of a protagonist. His blade literally glitches out the camera when it's near it. The power levelers must be going crazy, because there is literally no one that can stand in his way right now. We also see him make different faces on all his monitors right before he jumps.
Oh, I didn't even notice that, the different faces. I only noticed the all right, time to get this over with face.
Blood literally had a you-woo face on his crouch area.
Dear God, he did.
Before we continue, let's take a look at all the
Dear
G-Man
God, he
toilet
did!
clones one by one, because it seems like they are following a theme, and this might give us an idea of what we might see next. The first G-Man toilet clone we see is the closest one to the original, and has 11 lasers, and it kind of looks like the design G-Man toilet had in the troll leaks where he went against the so-called Microwave Man. If you're watching this Dafuk, we better get a microwave race later in the series. Titan Microwave Man would cook up anyone in his way. The next G-Man toilet clone we see is a plane toilet, and it seems like he has 4 rocket launchers that can shoot 4 rockets each. This probably is the least strong among this goofy trio because he will most likely run out of rockets pretty fast unless he has a way of sourcing them. The next G-Man toilet clone we see is a Claw G-Man toilet. This kind of seems like Scientist Toilet has been trying to upgrade different toilets into G-Man toilets, and we might even get to see something like a UFO G-Man toilet or Mutant G-Man toilet. It's probably going to be a lot more crazy going forward because this episode proved that the toilets are a lot more prepared compared to what we thought. After seeing upgraded Titan TV Man, injured Titan Speakerman shrugs at the injured Titan Cameraman and starts going into the battlefield as well, even though he is still damaged. And it's the same case for Titan Cameraman, but he seems to be a lot more hurt, and is walking very slowly and seems kinda sad and tired. This really puts stuff into perspective.
Honestly, that motherfucker needs a break and needs time to recover. He needs to be patched up. He needs to get out of this. Speaker Titan, I can understand still going into the fight. He has all his limbs. He's taken some damage. He's been stabbed a couple times here and there, but he can push through. Cameraman Titan, you need go sit in the corner and relax.
Effective because it seems like they care enough to actually sacrifice themselves for the cause. But even with all these things, this was the moment this episode really started, because while Titan Cameraman was heading into the battlefield, the POV cameraman's camera started glitching slowly, and we got our first interaction with the secret agent. He slowly turns to the camera while saying, "Look at your left."
Yeah,
and it also writes, "Look at your left," on the screen as well. Here you go. Listen to it yourself.
I didn't even, okay, in my reaction, I read it. I did not hear him speak.
This was a crazy moment in the series because we actually heard him. He also had a small smile when he showed up. I feel like we might get to see him actually talk to some of the Alliance members face-to-face in the near future. I checked a whole episode a couple times to see if he was in it other than this one encounter, but I couldn't find him at all. But we indeed found someone else, because the second the POV cameraman turns to his left, we see the Scientist Toilet's actual body, and it seems like he was controlling the big body from the inside. Maybe it's the same with G-Man Toilet as well, because we know he used to be smaller. The Scientist Toilet actually looks mad here, and is actually surprised when he sees the POV cameraman looking at him, and literally starts using his laser the second he sees us. It's clear that this is his real body, otherwise he probably wouldn't have been this scared enough to shoot a large cameraman the second he saw him. This is the reason why I said Scientist Toilet wasn't scared enough in the last episode. Here he actually seems to think that he is in danger,
this motherfucker knows he needs to retreat.
He
doesn't want to risk dying.
Rocket launchers, blood dips inside the bunker, and the POV...
Let's be honest. he dies, G-Man dies, the toilets are done for. Honestly, it'd be a big blow once he dies because that'll lead to eventually running out of upgrades and technology and stuff like that. And then slowly and surely they would definitely lose. But if both him and G-Man go, the toilets are done. The toilets are fucking done.
Cameraman starts following him, while on the way we can see the injured large speaker man from episode 63. He really is the true form of Giga Chad because of the actions he took in both episode 63 and episode 67 part 4. I can assure you that he'll never be forgotten, but we'll get to him later in the video. Right when we are trying to go in, we can see that the box on the left sparks once again, just like it did in episode 67 part 1. And I mentioned that it might have been tempered by the secret agent. And it seems like I was correct because we get the confirmation later in the episode. Also, if you look carefully, Scientist Toilet goes to the left corridor when he enters the bunker, and this probably means that the Alliance might go to the left as well. We somehow make it inside at the last second, but after we get up and look behind, we see the Sigma large speaker man holding the door with all his strength so that the agents can get inside. And it seems like Dark Speaker Man is also here with the Alliance. We can also see the injured plunger cameraman running, but that's not the main detail in this scene. If you look at the left side, the passcode part for this door has been tampered with, and there is a weird green glow. I think we
Oh, so the secret agent did do that. Okay.
all know what this means. And as I said in my earlier analysis videos, it seems like the secret agent tempered with this door in some way for the Alliance to get inside. There is also the speaker man on the left, and he seems like he has a special weapon compared to all the other speakers. As you guys know, normally speaker men use knives, but this speaker man on the left seems like he has a bat with spikes or metals attached to it. Is this a new candidate for becoming a special agent, or will he die?
He's got barbed wire on his fucking baseball bat. He's going all out and going with a Lucille
in the upcoming episodes. While the injured large speaker man is holding the door, we can also see the multi-laser G-Man toilet shooting his lasers. Even though it's impossible to see what's going on in the battle, it's safe to say that
I didn't catch that in my reaction.
Might continue for a while, and we'll probably never see what happened, because I don't think we are leaving this bunker for a while.
Wow,
we might actually get to see rest of the special agents arriving inside the bunker later on, because they can teleport with my beloved TV woman. She better come inside so that I can see her more. Anyways, the injured large speaker man holds the door enough for the injured plunger cameraman could come in. This speaker man really was the best of us, and he did his duties right until the last second. I have maximum respect for you, bruh. Have a nice journey to Speakerman Heaven. Make sure to like and subscribe to pay your respects.
Yeah, he got fucking decapitated.
To the injured large speaker man. Thanks to him, the agents inside will also get the help of plunger cameraman. Right after this, we see that one of the cameramen brought a plunger with him, and it seems like they were planning to save him. And I did mention this in my episode 67 part 3 analysis.
That's all he needs. As if he has one plunger, he's got enough.
Plunger cameraman surely won't disappoint anyone after this point because the injured large speaker man gave his life away for him. We see the whole squad, but this scene is actually kind of goofy because the cameraman on the most left tries to get into the frame, kind of breaking the fourth wall, because why would he normally do that since he doesn't have a wall in front of him? Right after this, the
What? Oh, I didn't even notice that.
POV cameraman looks at the corridor right before the episode ends, but we can actually hear something that sounds like a scream right at the end of the episode. It really seems like we are going to be spending a good amount of time inside this base, because I don't think it'd have this much buildup unless that was the case. And I think it's actually good this way because this will give us a more condensed storyline for a while, and hopefully we won't have time skips between episodes allowing us to see the whole journey. If you enjoyed this analysis, make sure to like and subscribe. Elite Cameraman out.
I'm actually shocked that he didn't say or like speculate that there's going to be a part 5 to this. I feel like it is. Let me know down below. Do you guys think there's going to be more than more parts for this episode in particular? I feel like at least 5, and my theory is 7 parts. It'd be crazy, but I feel like this is a big moment for the war between both sides. So, anyways, let me know, guys, what you guys think, and comment down below. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Don't miss out on any of the content. Join the Discord, and if you have suggestions, you know what to do. Comment down below or post in the reaction idea section on the Discord. And check out the second channel. Subscribe over there. See you later. Bye.